Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and I've got a couple of simple products here that I'm going to see if I can solve a problem with. So my video yesterday primarily focused on trying to figure out the best way to get my sawmill moved into the Quonset hut, oriented in the direction that I want it. And hopefully these products are going to help me accomplish that. So what we have here in this box is fork extensions from Vevor and a receiver mount that clamps on to pallet forks. And I may or may not use this, but I've had this one a long time and it's pretty handy. I don't use it a lot, but when you need it, and it's not very expensive. So the Vevor product, I've got a discount code for, get you 5% off that product, and I'll include a link for this product as well. So let's open this box, get those extensions put on, and see how they're going to work. Fork extensions is something that I've been wanting to pick up for a long time. Every so often I run into something where this makes an absolutely huge difference on your ability to get a job done. And, you know, you don't use them every day, but man, when you need them, you need them. I want to make one thing clear that I think most of you understand, but I don't like there to be any confusion on this sort of thing. These Vevor products that I've been showing lately are provided to me by Vevor at no cost for me to demonstrate on the channel. And anytime I show you a product and I put a link in the description or I say that, that means that I probably get a percentage of the sales of that product as a commission. So if you buy these for $100, then I'm going to get $5. That $5 will not get me to try to talk you into buying something that you don't want. But if you're going to buy one anyway, you might as well use my link and help out the channel. For people like myself who earn a living by making videos, those commissions can be a big deal. And like with Amazon, if you click my link and you buy anything from Amazon, then I get a commission. And it's a great way to support a creator by buying things you were going to buy anyway. So if I've got a link for some fork extensions and you go on there and buy paper towels, that helps me out. These fork extensions are available in different lengths and different widths. And if I was buying these and I only had a tractor, I would have got much shorter fork extensions because these are 7 feet long, and 7 feet out from my mast, I don't have hardly any lift capacity left. This length is better for a bigger machine like the skid loader that I have, or a full size like an ag tractor or a utility tractor. I was just on the Vevor website trying to find a weight rating for these to see what they're rated to lift, and it just called them heavy duty for high weights. I couldn't find anywhere where it said an actual weight rating. And I think, you know, this material itself, I don't think I'm even looking at anything that's going to bend this. My only concern is right here. If something pushes down on the end, then this rod right here is hitting that, and that becomes maybe your weakest link. But then whenever I look on their site at their pictures, I see people using these on actual forklifts, which have a much higher lift capacity. And so if it can handle that, I guess it can handle this. I just saw one video where someone was using these same fork extensions to move a truck, like a small pickup truck. So I put these on the tractor just for demonstration because the majority of my viewers own tractors. But I'm actually going to use them right now on the skid loader to move the sawmill. And I'm going to use a receiver on the back of the tractor to move it up close. Then we'll take over with the fork extensions. A lot of you guys say I talk a lot, and I give up. I'm guilty as charged. I just feel like I have a lot to say. Probably doesn't all add up to much of anything. But I am excited about the plan I've come up with for moving this sawmill. I presented 3 options and each one had something I didn't like about it. I think I figured out the way to make it convenient. But you guys can let me know if you see any problems with how I do this. After I talked about at the beginning, I don't think I'm really going to use this, so I'll just tell you real quick what it is. This slides over the pallet fork, clamps down right here, locked in place. Got a spot for your safety chains. Put your receiver in here, and you can move a trailer. It's, with just this clamp on it, unless you add something else like some chains that go around and back to the mast, I wouldn't pull a really heavy, like fully loaded dump trailer or something like that. Plus, that's too much weight on your front loader anyway. But just keep in mind, this could slide if you don't chain it to the mast. First thing I'm going to do is let the jacks down so that the back half of the trailer rests on the axles. So one of the options I talked about yesterday was just using the skid loader to pick up the entire sawmill and just carry it and set it in place. And that seemed like the best option, but I didn't want to bend my side rails on this frame. But I'm going to use 2 6x6s to support the length of the frame, and then I can just come under with those fork extensions and pick the whole thing up. And I think it's going to be perfect, honestly. Now, this is not a long-term plan because lifting these wooden beams up every time would be a hassle, but it's proof of concept and it gets the job done today. Because we do have some storms coming and I don't like leaving my mill out in the rain. Now, I could just back it into the Quonset hut and then worry about it later and not have it set up in there, but I want it set up and ready to use. All right, so I've got this strapped right here. I'm running out of daylight, so I'm gonna stop talking, get my other straps on, and then get this sucker moved so you guys can see it. All right, guys, so I think I had about a B+ plan, but maybe about a C- or a D on the execution. So having those 2 beams under there supported the weight where I didn't have to have any concern about damaging my frame. The skid loader can easily lift this amount of weight. I had no problems with anything there. The only problem I had was my temporary method of fastening those beams to the bottom with those ratchet straps had them suck too close to the middle, because the way I did it, as I tightened them down, it kind of pulled them together. And so that meant it was like I was carrying it on one beam almost. And so the mill was a little bit wobbly like this. And I had to get out and put a strap to hold the mill onto the pallet forks. Now, if I put permanent pieces of steel across the bottom of the trailer, then I could put stake pockets on. I could have those 2 pieces spread out across the width of the mill, put stake pockets on, maybe even have a built-in method like a loop, a pin or a chain or something that kept it in place, and then that would be no big deal. The other thing that would have made complete sense, and I don't know why I didn't do it, is I should have pulled the mill all the way up here with the receiver and only carried it 15 feet or 20 feet, however far this is. I didn't need to carry it from down there up here. That didn't make any sense. So without a spotter, in the dark, and my beams being too close together, that was kind of sketchy, but with just a couple tweaks, this is proof of concept that if I want to do it this way, it can be done. I could make a better setup under this so that I can just pick this up and carry it anytime I want to. But I also think I'm going to try taking this in and out with just a receiver. So within a week, you'll probably see a video where I just grab the end of this and kind of jackknife it out and then drive off. But I wanted to try it. I wanted to try out the new fork extensions. Those are going to be handy for a lot of different things. Don't forget, I've got the Vevor code in the description of the video. I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.